Welcome to CineKuest Video.
Okay, welcome to episode 3, CineKuest Video, part 3 of the Lucinda Dickey Trilogy, where we will be talking about Ninja III-Domination.
Rounding out the end of this ridiculous
this is, we've come to the end of this trilogy.
series.
And Gerry, I'm really surprised that you stuck with us to this this three-part episode.
What can I say? These are movies from a different time, I guess.
A dumber
before
time.
my time.
A derpy time.
And it's very interesting to see how y'all made these movies and what you guys thought was a good movie. Right.
Oh, man.
Well,
it was even approved to begin
When you
with.
watch these as kids, Gerry, I mean, you're pretty much... You're sold like at the first scene, you know.
In
you're limited.
My childhood, I guess the closest thing to
the-
this would have been the Power Rangers, because
oh yeah,
choreography was very, very
shitty
out there.
I think in the 80s, a lot of the choreography was a lot slower. I mean, there wasn't too much. Well, I mean, they didn't have too much money, so
no,
a lot of the emphasis wasn't on like doing like elaborate things. They just needed to get the fight scene out of the way. Throw a few kicks, throw a few punch, throw in a sword here and there.
They rated like a Dollar General for all of their props.
So about that sword, every slash that she would make, you literally saw how it made no contact with the person at all.
She whiffed everything.
That's the cinematography right there. Those are the special effects. All the angles that they would get, you could tell that there was no contact made between the person and the sword.
But they did have those big gaps.
Yeah, there was a lot of gash.
Oh, the lethal paper cuts or whatever that everybody seems to develop after she slashes at them or whatever and misses by a mile. It just appears on them.
Well, right off the bat, I want to just mention that the font.
Oh,
I think earlier Roland had he noticed that too while I was writing a note down regarding the font. It's very I want to say like
ninja bamboo,
Asian ninja font. If that's what'd you say? Ancient bamboo? Is that what you said?
I was like ancient ninja bamboo font or whatever.
Is that a type of font on Microsoft Word?
If it isn't, it should be, right? I mean...
It was introduced in the most recent update.
This is like Papyrus 2.0 or some shit.
That's a Windows 10 thing.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Only the good shit. Yeah.
Yeah, that font... Well, it gave some authenticity to the fact that we're going to watch ninjas and some authentic Japanese culture.
Super authentic, yeah. Just expect a very thick slice.
So, ninjas are like sneaky. They're known to be sneaky and silent killers and all that stuff. And that's cool and all. But I didn't know that they also had like super strength. They crushed
supernatural powers.
The freaking billiards ball.
It starts off in the fucking golf course, and that guy just knocks a golf ball off into the rough or whatever.
I think the golf ball would have been more difficult because it's smaller.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't know how much pressure you need to actually crush one of those in your hand.
Literally turn it into sand.
More than possible.
But this
humanly
movie
possible.
It's pretty out there, and it's craziness, just like the other two movies in our previous watches, Breakin' and Breakin' 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah. This movie was made in 1984. This movie was made before Breakin' and Breakin' 2.
Almost 10 years before I was born.
Well, it was a golden year for Lucinda Dickey. I mean, she made 3 classic movies in 1 year.
Crazy.
I mean, what more do you need to do after that?
Well, apparently nothing.
3 cult movies.
Did you say all in 1 year?
They were made all in 1 year. Yeah.
Wow. Back to back. She was a busy person for that year.
Yeah, well, I mean...
And never again.
I don't know if she's made or did too much after this, but I mean, it was these 3 movies, and this is what she is remembered for.
Oh, is she?
Oh, you mean the only 3 things she's made she's known for?
Right.
Well, she's done other things, but I don't really care about that other stuff. This is all that matters.
Dude, what else has she done?
She came out in some reality dance show, too.
Oh, okay.
But that was... probably a decade ago she did that.
Oh, so this was much later than this.
Yeah, it was much later than this, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's a bummer that she only did these 3 movies and that's it.
Well, starting off with the movie, we are introduced to an anonymous ninja who goes into some cave out somewhere in the mountains. I don't really know exactly where this is located. I assume it's in California, right?
Or why it's even in California.
Or why it's even in
Right,
California. Well, they probably got stashes all over the world, Gerry. I believe what is going on is that he is an assassin and he is contracted to assassinate
all the cops,
all the people on the golf course. I don't know
right.
why.
We just all happen to be
so were they some kind of
random
rich
chads?
people that
I
did
think it was.
somebody wrong?
I think it was like a senator or
Maybe.
somebody, and he was supposed to kill him, and
Something like that.
in turn killing all his bodyguards and all the people around him, including the girlfriend who was in the card.
no witnesses.
And so he completes his task, and then I guess he makes enemies in the cops that come to
the
stop
cops
him.
come because they overhear on the radio that there's
Somebody's
like,
getting
people are getting killed in the golf
Guy-
course.
People are getting sliced up in the golf course.
Yeah,
It's a
they
fucking
go.
ninja
They go and try and stop him. Obviously,
with their BB guns.
their BB guns, which we'll mention later.
Yeah.
Like
Oh man, that's right.
the props that they have in this movie.
Yeah. They spared no expense.
Wouldn't that be sparing?
Well, they spared it.
Yeah.
In that case, they did spare a lot of it.
Yeah,
they-
quite a bit. I mean,
spared a lot.
if we're gonna go, they
They're like,
they lucked
let's
out,
not get these
whatever.
replicas. Let's just get these BB guns.
Here's-
Hold on,
yeah,
man.
they'll never know.
here's
Yeah.
a budget for your props, $50.
Just
Go out and get 'em
Just
right
tape
now.
it over. They
This
won't.
is-
They can't see.
This is
Nobody
your
will tell the
entire
difference.
budget.
Yeah.
And we noticed as like with this ninja, like you can tell it's they make it known that it's an Asian person or possibly a Japanese person in this ninja costume. Well, the
screaming
ninja
at
is
people in
Japanese.
Japanese. Like,
Yes,
yeah.
Yes, that
Very
is,
authentic.
Only
Japanese,
in
that's very good.
and for
Accurate
the subtitles
representation
always
there.
read, what is it? They always read mumbles in foreign language or something like that. Like it's
foreign
never
language, mumbles,
Yeah.
shouts in foreign language.
Yeah.
Intensifies in foreign language.
Right, exactly.
They emphasize that with the eyeshadow.
Yeah, I was
the
gonna say
eyeliner.
that
Now,
is the
we're talking about the actual ninja, or once Lucinda Dickey's
Well,
character.
no, they
yeah,
all
well,
do.
so with that-
all
that
of
comes
the,
out
even
at
the
some point
one-eyed
too,
ninja takes the time to put some ninja eyeshadow on his one good
really,
eye. Yeah, he does.
I hate to say this, but really to slant those eyes, you know.
That's that. Well, I mean, that's how you
it's just making
you can
clear
tell
that
it's a
from a
ninja.
different
They
orientation.
emphasize
Yeah,
the
yeah.
eyeshadow and the
like they couldn't just leave it as
Asian
is. They really
eyes.
have to like really throw that eyeliner.
Yeah,
to
yeah. It's
emphasize their ninja-ness. You know,
It's
that's a new word, guys.
it's
ninja-ness.
integral to
I like
the
that word.
ninja uniform. Yeah, eyeshadow.
Ninja-ness.
It's very fucking weird, dumb shit look, but whatever. Yeah, that's how you know the mark of the ninja by
Yeah,
the amount
exactly.
of are they wearing eyeshadow? Yes, okay.
So they also go along with the scene where they're trying to kill the ninja, where they all like surround him, start shooting him.
Yeah.
He takes
yeah,
about
that's
how
right.
many bullets? How many rounds do you think? was in
He took a lot. There was actually a good
I don't
chunk
know,
of cops
dude,
in there,
like
like a
20
good
or 30 or
25,
some shit
30
of
cops.
bullets and
Do you?
And
and
what is
they're-
it, like 5 of them survived?
Yeah. Well, don't you think that like the fact that they're in a circle, kind of shooting
yeah,
this
I was
person?
gonna say they're
that they're-
standing point blank to this guy in a
like,
circle.
They're gonna shoot each other. At
They
some
don't
point,
shoot
you know?
each other at all. These are magic bullets. They go where they're supposed to go only, right?
Well, no, they were aiming at I saw some.
They were
of them
aiming at the ground.
Towards the
feet.
ground.
Yeah, like at the ninja's feet.
Just,
so they
just cripple him.
They weren't shooting to kill. They were just
Actually,
shooting to maim.
they were
And
shooting to-
speaking
yeah.
of, I know the ninja was supposed to be like mystical and he could survive a bunch of shots and stuff, but these guys were like shooting shotguns at his feet.
Shotguns, assault rifles.
I'm pretty
they have
sure
some
that would
pistols
break
in there.
Something.
His toes should have exploded. Basically, it was like the RoboCop moment, but like all of his legs.
I can
And-
understand a handgun though. Let's just be. I can understand that, but a shotgun.
Well,
And-
I mean,
And then when
Three
they
of them
realize
at
the
that.
hand, the guns don't work, they bust out the batons, because obviously that's gonna
well, you
give
think
them a better
the
chance.
body like just took too much at some point. That's why at some point when he comes,
Oh, he just
upon,
it goes into ninja hibernation.
he comes into Christy, the
yes,
Lucinda Dickey
so
trilogy.
after the initial like golf course massacre and like the cops are dying, we get introduced to Lucinda Dickey's character, which
Right,
is her
so-
name is Christy.
Christy, yeah.
Christine
Christy.
or some shit like that.
Yeah. So she's one of those workers that works
Yeah,
on the phone
she works
lines.
on the phone lines.
She works for CPNL.
Right,
Yeah.
sure.
So one of those phone companies, which is an interesting job, as to her hair was looking fabulous for being up on the post.
yeah.
That hard hat
Everything.
wasn't like damaging it at all.
No, it kept
She
everything
did not
in place.
have hard hat hair.
perfectly.
No, not at all. It was
Not
very
even.
full.
It was very spongy, yeah.
It was very
Spongy.
VO5
It's very
type.
strong
I mean,
perm.
She was like
Yeah,
using
for
the,
that shit.
VO5.
Yeah, the shampoo. She was using VO5. It was
Yeah,
Herbal Essence, man.
Leave 2000.
Herbal Essence wasn't around at the time. It was just VO5, bro.
Damn,
right.
before
Irish
that. It was
Spring,
before then,
no.
It
too.
was before the Herbal Essence.
Fuck, this movie's old.
Funnily looking at here, before we're farting around through the IMDb page that she's got, and so she's billed here on her first bit as a girl greaser in Grease 2.
Well, there you go.
And very forgettable.
Grease 2 is
Don't
kind
have
of
much
a,
to say.
Grease 2 is kind of a fantastic movie. So,
That no one remembers.
oh, I remember it. It's got some quality.
No one should remember.
Musical numbers in there.
Oh, does it?
Very much so.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so the ninja transfers his spirit onto Lucinda Dickey
And
by giving her
possesses
his
her.
samurai sword.
Right, yeah.
And I would say this is probably a scene taken from, well, there could be scenes in other films in the past, but I'm going to say this scene was also ripped and thrown into Child's Play when the character like puts his hands on the doll and says some kind of weird foreign language mumble and then transfers his soul into Chucky.
Oh, yeah,
Possibly.
that's right.
So what? This sword is Chucky of Swords.
Yeah, there you go.
Sort of, yeah. Yeah, because it comes to life. It
it's
glows.
like the Wendigo or whatever. You pass on the ninja sword, you become the ninja.
It doesn't like music, as we've seen, and it destroys stereos.
Oh, yeah, that's
Wendigo?
right. Yeah. You know that not the legend, but the folklore to that is that people
in a Wendigo, it's if you're a cannibal, you eat humans.
And then
you
whenever
become a
the Wendigo cuts anyone or like damages them, it's like a sort of like a vampire that bites them. They become the same thing. Yeah. Okay, Gerry. Yeah, you're just shaking your head at me and like not using your words, which is fine, I guess. But yeah.
This is not. I don't think that's Wendigo.
There's
lore.
Wendigo.
I'm not
You're
too
right.
familiar with this
I said
Wendigo stuff.
Wendigo,
like Winnebago?
There you go.
Well, this is besides the point here, but yeah.
Yeah, so it's like any of that
Going
other
back
shit,
to the movie.
You know, like you pass on the sword, you get the shit. You're cursed. You're cursed.
Yeah, so she doesn't become fully cursed until later on in the film. There's like a process which we'll discuss later on.
Right.
They go from this scene. She has the sword. She goes to the cops. She kind of sees other cops. She has
was
little
pretty
like
freaked out because
she
she
gets
just
freaked out.
got like
assaulted by
semi-attacked,
this
I guess.
this
He wasn't
random
was
ass
assaulted, kind of. Yeah.
Yeah,
Japanese
complaints to the
dude.
cops. To which the cops
Do
are
nothing.
flirting with her
Yeah.
instead.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Like,
Like,
oh,
it's
you just
she
got
complains
attacked
to
by
the
a guy,
cops
but hey, you want to get some dinner later
while
today?
at the same time telling them to piss off, and then all of a sudden, yeah, she gets hit on by the
80s
other
men
cop.
cops were creeps. As you
And,
can
yeah.
see.
and then
Was
she has
the
her
gym scene is after that scene.
That's what we're gonna get to
yeah.
next. The gym scene. She's. I think she
It's
also.
like the only believable
which
scene in that
also
whole thing
moonlights
where
as
like
the
they're all
gym
aerobics
instructor.
But before we get to the gym, the cop that she was complaining to ended up going to
yeah,
the
the
gym
Greek
too.
Chewbacca.
He's like kind of stalking her.
Yeah,
That's what
so
it is, yeah.
so that cop ended up being a main character too. As
What's his
then
name?
we see him
Billy?
there at the gym too,
Billy, some
where
shit or
he
another.
is as hopeful as he was in the station, because right after the gym, there was a girl that was getting assaulted, and
And
lo
then
and behold, he's right there in the crowd while
Christy-
she does the work.
There's the girl getting assaulted by these three douchebags. Christy comes in and tries to stop the whole thing. Then
Whoops
those
all
douchebags,
the yeses.
those douchebags actually start trying to
Somehow.
assault her. Then there's a crowd gathering around that are doing nothing but just fucking watching.
Of which the
And
cop was
is-
part
and the
of.
cop is
Billy's
part of
there,
that,
yeah,
and he's
watching.
just standing there, almost in
awe.
He's
Like,
in awe
just
of, like,
sitting
the fact
there
that
like,
she starts
"What?"
kicking their ass. In which, after she
He
kicks
completely
his,
forgets that he's a cop and he's got a gun.
After she kicks the ass of the assailant,
he
she-
arrests her.
he arrests her.
he arrests
Like,
her. Yeah.
Oh man,
He
that was
doesn't
hot.
arrest the
Now,
assailant.
Let's go downtown, babe.
That makes
her.
a lot of sense.
Exactly.
That makes,
Makes
a
perfect
lot
What
of
is
sense.
the scene that follows? Is it when they get to her
Society in the 80s.
At
place? What
some-
is this movie?
It's very.
They get to her place. She comes out in just a towel on, drops the towel to reveal her, as Gerry mentioned earlier, very unflattering panties. I don't know. It's 80s.
Oh,
It's 80s, Gerry.
Her grandma panties.
It's
Her
80s,
yeah,
Gerry.
grandma panties.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
She's
80s,
got them
yeah,
big
it's the
old
80s, yeah.
parachute balloon ass. Fucking
pretty much.
Then she puts on an overshirt
saggy panties.
and then pretty much
Gross.
seduces the guy with V8 juice.
Yes.
Which-
I.
Apparently, is that old? I thought that was a 2000s era thing.
No, you're thinking of V8 that's been like processed even more with sugar and the fruit. These little fruity
It's very
fruit punch
natural, and
drinks.
healthy.
Yeah.
bullshit, man. It's full of sodium.
Yeah. Yeah. They're just. as
And
bad.
she pours the V8 on her chest.
Because
and
she
lets it
doesn't
run
drink
down.
soft drinks. That's what she
Well,
goes
see,
for.
When you went to
fucking
go
can
pick up the
of
pizza,
V8.
Roland, I mentioned to Gerry, I go, she doesn't drink sugar. She just drinks a shitload of sodium drinks.
Sodium is the way
That's
to go.
great. Yeah, exactly.
Everybody knows
keeps her
that.
Girl,
Yeah.
It keeps them
like you do
curved.
nothing
Keeps
to
the
your heart,
curves to fit in those granny panties just right.
Yeah, so this scene takes place, and then that evening, the sword comes alive again, and does like part one of the possession process.
Starts rattling away in the closet.
Urge to murder.
Yeah, it kind of floats out. She grabs onto it, and then that's it.
Right.
The guy wakes up.
But can we mention how she actually sleeps with the guy who she was very, very against in
and
the
hating
beginning of the
in like
movie?
the first 5 minutes.
Does absolutely nothing to help her.
Yeah, no.
And then
Arrest her
he
and then
still lands her.
boom.
Plus,
yeah,
this guy has
exactly.
like a chest as hairy in the Wolfman's face.
Yeah.
He is stuntman for American Werewolf in London,
yeah.
American Werewolf in Paris.
Yeah, all of those.
And
They
he's
didn't-
sort of
They didn't CG any of that.
cancer charity where they need wigs for kids.
His
you know,
back looked the same as his chest.
Yeah. It was a full on rug
like a
all the way
big,
around. And
hairy,
full-on
Now,
rug.
you mentioned that in the 80s, that was a
gross-ass
thing too. Like
Yeah,
that's what everybody
from
was
my
into.
understanding, I mean, as a child, I mean, a lot of people were hairy.
He's got so much hair on the back of his neck. It is so fucking gross. Ugh. All the way. It's just.
Roland here wishes that he had that kind of hair.
Yeah, I wish in your dreams and in my nightmares.
No way. Those are my nightmares, not my dreams.
I want to talk about
Sure.
the possession process. Okay, we have of course, the initial one where she meets the ninja. He gives her the sword. There's that little wind that insinuates that
the
there's
ill-
like
the
some
ill
kind of
wind
yeah, there's evil going on.
blows.
And then, of course, there's the little
cooling
possession
breeze
part right after
carries
the
scent of
sex
evil.
seducing scene.
Uh-huh.
And then after that, we get a scene where the arcade game that she has in her house starts like scanning her. It seems. with
Yeah,
light.
yeah.
Where did Ninja
It fucking
Ghost
busts out
learn
the
how
Pink
to
Floyd laser lights.
manipulate electronics like that?
They're
That was,
evil. They can do whatever
pretty
they want.
crazy.
I don't know. They know what the internet is. Some dumb shit.
Yeah. So like, what do you think that light was? Was it like ninja possession?
X-rays. She should have gotten cancer.
Ninja X-rays.
It looked like
Right.
a scanner straight out of Star Trek. To be
Radiation.
honest with you.
Boom. Skin cancer.
Like it was like going
So
up
in
and down
Star
her
Trek, were they getting
face
like
and had,
possessed by
some-
ninjas as well?
Maybe.
Alien ninjas. Ninjas from space.
Could have been an overlaying theme that nobody caught on to.
Right.
Mind you, like at that second time when the sword comes out and everything, she grabs onto it. The whole blade is glowing very
Lightsaber
brightly.
style.
And then she looks into the camera, and we know she's fully possessed because of that eyeliner
The
shit.
eyeliner, fierce gaze.
They really emphasize the eyeliner.
Right.
Like
It's a part of
we
the
know
transformation.
she's possessed by an Asian person because her
Uh-huh.
eyes look very. I'm sorry.
Slanty?
I'm sorry. I'm not racist. Asian-y.
Yeah. Okay.
Everybody says that before saying something super racist.
You got it. Right.
Well, I mean,
don't
I'm
mean
just,
to
I'm just
offend you.
referencing the movie. That's
But-
exactly what they're doing here.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, again, if you were to
How
try
else
to
are
do
we
that shit
supposed to
now, then
describe
you would
it?
say that's racist.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
Because I'm not saying it to be racist. I'm saying
Yeah,
the movie is
racist
kind of
fuck.
racist.
A little bit.
They're the ones
I
that did it.
And after this, she finds the cave by some kind of telepathy of the spirit, and she gears up to go and kill
Ninja
some more
brain
cops.
powers.
Oh yeah, that's right. She goes to the cave
Right,
and gets
she-
all those ninja
She
weapons.
breaks out all the toys.
She even gets herself a ninja outfit too.
It's
which
like they
was
picked up a
convenient.
ninja
Which
kit
happens to
from
be
Toys
there's like
R Us or some
there's a
shit.
closet in the cave, I assume, and has like various ninja outfits.
Oh, true. And who does she go? Because earlier she had seen one of the cops that had killed the ninja in the beginning, so she goes after him, which is where
Which-
she gets all this
Well,
stuff.
she gets all the flashbacks or whatever.
Yeah,
to-
well, the first cop she
or
kills
the premonitions
is
or
the
whatever
guy who's
fuck
playing
you call
pool
it,
in his
garbage.
house. She comes in, she breaks in,
Crushes
and she also crushes one of the balls.
The pool balls.
Going back,
This
yeah,
is
she
what I'm
crushes
gonna
one of
do
the
to
billiard
you.
balls straight up in her hand, makes it into powder.
I mean, I don't.
Right.
I mean, I could see this guy
Not
going
the
away.
balls.
I could see this guy going away with an injury, but to die from just being thrown out the window and getting a couple of.
What a
Oh no,
pussy.
because she slashed him in the face, I think.
Did she slash?
did
him?
Yeah, there's like
Oh,
a
then I
quick
must have
little
missed that.
bit when she does this motion.
Oh, and then that's when he
and
goes out the
Oh.
window.
I guess slices up
Okay.
his
It
face.
slices
a bit,
his
kicks
face
him out
and
the window.
knocks him out the window.
but we emphasized that there was no contact.
Yeah, no,
It's a very
clearly
clean-
there's
it's a
no
very clean
contact.
cut,
But I saw
yeah.
the motion was supposed to be
Yeah.
on the face.
Okay, that's
But apparently that was a lethal hit.
yeah, it falls out. He's dead. So then she
Chopped
moved,
his head off.
She goes back to the police station, right? Later on the next day.
She doesn't remember any of this.
Yeah, she-
also,
she blacks out. Right, it's really not her fault.
dream.
Yeah. So she goes back to the police station and she sees another. This guy looks like a crooked cop. The Tom Selleck guy.
Oh yeah, the one that came out of the corner with like two ladies.
takes
and
two
stuff
ladies
like
in his
that.
hands.
Into the jacuzzi.
Yeah.
And I guess his shift was over because
Like,
he
huge
went
stupid
on
grin on
over
his
to
face.
the what is it?
The spa.
The spa.
Czar
Yeah.
hot tubby.
That has a single hot tub in there. It's like a private room.
Yeah.
It looks like they were gonna get it on at some point. It almost insinuates that.
And then Lucinda uses her moves pretty much.
Just
Wedges herself
shows up and
between those
kills
other
every-
two girls,
Yeah,
and they're like,
so-
"What the frack is this?"
The
They got really jealous
the
real
Selleck
fast.
mustache was making out with one of the chicks, and the other one goes to answer the door, and it's Lucinda Dickey there, and she goes in, and the other two chicks immediately become jealous and step out of the pool, but they're both angry and they stay to watch.
Well, one of them said, "No, let's stay because I want to
She
see."
sounded so angry.
Yeah, one of them wanted to watch.
Yeah,
The
one
other
of them
one
wanted to
No,
watch. Yeah, the
this-
other one got mad.
And
This
they're
one was like,
bunch
"Nah,
of
nah."
jerks. I'm gonna stay and see this through to the end.
And then
she goes crazy.
Her
and
weapon of choice for this one wasn't her sword, like in the first one. It was a
choke
Like a
him out.
poison
a
ring
hidden
kinda thing.
hidden
Yeah.
needle on a ring. Yeah,
Right, she just gave
she
him a
like
prick.
twist off the cap and then just stabs him.
You know, when I was a kid
Poison.
and I
Scratches
saw,
him.
I saw this movie, I was like, man, that, you know, like those people that piss you off at school, man. Like all you gotta do is walk up to him and just go like, yeah, what's up, dude? Just tap him on the arm and then they're fucking dead. You're like, justice.
I hope
Well,
you're.
what did they do? Oh, they fucking like didn't pick me for Foursquare.
I was the second to the last student to be selected for the soccer team.
Son of a bitch
No
took the
one
last
humiliates
Jello
me, for God's
packet
sakes. Yeah.
at lunch. Yeah,
This motherfucker
fucking
had-
asshole
This
knows.
motherfucker had the nerve to ask me for one of my French bread pizzas during lunch.
What a
I'll
prick.
kill him.
Yeah, he deserves to die.
Well,
she,
she pops that guy with the ring.
yeah,
doesn't
but
scrape
then
the other
she,
chick. though.
she
She chokes him
also
out with like a.
kills the two girls, which this ended up being like, okay, this ninja's truly bad because he's not just killing people out of revenge, just freaking
You
killing
can't
them
leave
to
any
kill.
witnesses.
But yeah, you can't leave witnesses. You gotta
right.
kill them all. But she chokes
he
that
wants to
other
keep
chick
murdering.
with that weird scream.
Well, yeah, there's
Yeah, what does she use to
the
choke him
methods
out?
of killing
it's
also
like
show the kind of evil. Like
a necktie or
she
her
poisons
rope,
one,
rope,
rips the skin like the sort of where the neck is,
Yeah.
with the ring off of the other one, then chokes the other one to death and drowns her at the
I
same
go, she
time.
couldn't just like pop him in the.
This is
she couldn't just
a
pop him with
whole
the ring
different
too.
level
No,
of
like
evil.
Yeah.
she had to take on kill them in a worse fashion
Needs to
than
be
she did
violent.
that cop. You know.
Right?
They called
The
her.
cop, I think, got it the easiest. He
called her
just
a
got
slut.
poisoned. The other one got ripped up to shreds, and then the other one was
She
choked and
yeah, she was
drowned.
choked. Yeah,
Yeah.
she drowned.
My goodness.
In a hot man, that's very.
She had it coming.
uncomfortable. It's
Those,
hot, you know,
those
man.
envious
Yeah,
hot
it's really
It's
thoughts.
very humid.
Uh-uh.
Humidity in there. Like, it's ridiculous.
Can you kill me in the pool? I'd rather be.
Yeah,
to
I
kill
want
in
a
the
nice,
pool.
refreshing pool. Please.
Yeah.
Just
Right,
choke
a
me.
nice chill time. Yeah,
Let the coldness of death be with you.
Yeah. So of course they
After that scene is when the one-eyed revenger ninja
Yeah,
the
shows
good
up.
ninja.
The good ninja.
Sword-hilt eye
I
patch
use
ninja.
that term
Yeah,
very
yeah.
loosely.
So this ninja was apparently from the first two ninja movies. Is that
yeah,
correct?
from my
That are
understanding, yeah.
unrelated.
So
I have never seen them.
he wasn't even mentioned once in the beginning of this movie, which I
No.
thought was pretty weird. He was just kind of introduced as a side character.
And
at
there's
least
a
in my opinion.
flashback later that
Yeah,
But he's the
how he
main
lost his
character in
supposed
body.
the
to
other two
explain
movies.
like his
I believe
grudge
so, yeah.
against the.
Okay, so
his
they put
grudge
a lot of the
against the ninja
focus in this
spirits.
movie into the bad ninja. Because
Yeah.
I thought
Yeah.
I thought when the movie first started, I thought the ninja was some kind of good ninja that was trying to finish a job, a task,
Well, yeah,
get
that's what I'm
revenge
saying.
on
Like it
somebody.
seems kind of confusing a little
But
bit, you know.
then he ends up being the bad
He's the
one.
bad guy,
Yeah,
And then
I
they
mean, when
introduced
you
the
when you
good
see him
one
start
out of
murdering
the
all the
blue.
cops, they must all be.
And he looks like a bad guy to begin with.
Well, I think whenever they were creating this movie, they just assumed. I mean, all the canon movies were made fairly quickly, so I don't know if the emphasis was like, "Oh, we need to continue the story. Let's just make another ninja movie with some ninjas in it." And then, of course, they brought in Lucinda Dickey, but apparently, Ninja III-Domination is very different from the other two because they throw in that possession,
mysticism
evil
to
element
everything.
to
The
it, you know?
supernatural bent
Yeah.
garbage.
Yeah, which is weird. I don't understand that, but I mean, okay.
It
worked for me as a kid, you
They
know, so,
jumped
I
the
mean-
shit out of the shark there.
I
with all of
mean,
it.
at first I thought it was a demon that could have
right.
possessed her, but it just
No,
ended
this
up
is
being
a-
the guy's spirit.
These are the normal, awesome superpowers of a ninja.
He's like one of the most evil ninjas there is.
Right.
Because according to the guy, which we're going to talk to,
Worse
talk
than
about
the
right now-
Shredder?
Yeah, worse than Super Shredder, bro.
What? Secret of the Ooze?
The guy, the scene that we go to next is
Way.
the kind of like the Exorcist version of the movie.
Oh, where
They go to the
they try to kick the demon out of her by taking her to that temple.
I don't know the guy's name, but it's the guy that plays like Lopan.
It looks like
Big
it
Trouble in
looks like
Little China.
James Chen, or I think that's his name. Hold on.
You were saying all kinds of names that
I was like, because I couldn't remember.
really
I know
off,
his
man.
first name. I just don't remember the.
You said James Wang, James
James
Chan,
Wang, James Chen. I was like,
James Wan. I was like, Jesus Christ, Roland.
I was trying to.
I know
the,
you were trying.
The guy that looks like he's
Trying
come out
to-
of plenty of other movies. I think
No, he
it's-
has come out in a lot of movies.
It was pretty surprising to see him in this movie specifically.
You know, you could just type in Big Trouble in Little
Yeah.
China and get that low bang. Is that what it said?
Or we can also
Low
type,
bang.
or we could also type in Ninja 3, The Domination, and just look at the cast.
I don't think he was
That's also
actually.
true,
Was he
yeah.
put on there? Billed as shaman or something?
No,
like
you're
that?
wrong. He's not the guy.
No, James Hong.
Hong.
James Hong.
Not
There
one,
you go.
dude.
That was
Look
close.
up his filmography.
I
see if
really
it's him.
think you just wanted his name to be James Wang.
I could have sworn it was.
Yeah, look, it's that guy. But I don't think that's the guy from Ninja. Is he come out there? Is that part of his filmography?
We gotta go to 1984, bro.
Yeah, no, dude.
Man,
Way
he
back
has
then.
got a lot of
Yeah.
crap.
Don't use the yeah.
That's
Are you
like in the
holy
50s,
crap! He
dude.
goes
That's in
even-
the
I didn't think he
50s.
went back that damn far.
Maybe he's a
Holy
child actor, dude.
Dude, I think so. Okay.
Up.
Yeah.
Ninja 3, The Domination. That's him.
That
was
Miyashima.
it.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
What's he billed as?
He's
Miyashima.
yeah, but like in the
Miyashima.
subtitles, it only says shaman. Like it never.
Well, then he's a
says, like-
shaman guy, yeah.
Exactly. So holy fuck, he has a
That
big
is-
gross mole on his face and the
Yeah,
the
that was
Fu
the
Manchu
most prominent
pubes.
thing that I noticed. That's why I couldn't tell. I don't think it was him because of the mole.
Yeah.
But I guess
Yeah.
fake mole confirmed.
That's called movie magic.
Yeah. So
Prosthetic mole, guys.
he tries to exorcise the demon out of Lucinda Dickey, and that's when she starts doing her like
I think the last thing we mentioned was
so-
the guy here.
was James Hong and the ridiculoso fucking exorcism ritual or whatever that they go through.
Yeah.
Where he like whips Lucinda Dickey with like those priest holy relics or whatever the hell. It just looks like they've got her tied up and they're S&M'ing her down or whatever. It's fucking silly.
The one thing I can tell you is that I feel that she went all in on that particular scene.
Oh, when she's yelling at him or whatever
she
in
went all in,
Japanese
man.
and
Well, I mean, all the screaming, all the
Right.
contorting.
This was before The Exorcist, right?
No, this was after.
yeah.
This was after
This
The
is after.
Exorcist.
So this was her doing her.
This
her
is probably
best,
like she wanted to be as close to it as possible because I got some real Exorcist vibe from this.
yeah. They.
And I was about to say if this was before The Exorcist, that's probably a good inspiration for that movie. But never mind.
Well, she they doll her up to make her look like one of those rodeo clowns or whatever. She's just all
And they
painted
added
down.
the thing.
Yeah,
oh
the
right, she had
eyeliner,
the
yeah.
didn't the eyeliner change? Wasn't it like almost red, like blood or something?
No,
like
that was in her eyes.
That was in her
eyes.
eyes?
Like
Oh,
bloodshot,
right.
hardcore. Yeah.
She got the rape eyes. Oh boy, there's no fixing her. Got to put her down. Got to be humane. So that scene ends with her just passing out or what? How did it go
Yeah.
again?
She passes out. She kind of like.
Well, no, like she almost breaks free from her restraints.
Yeah, she
Right.
breaks free,
They
but then
put her in
the
a
cop like
straitjacket
goes
or
and
some
like
shit.
ties her up, and
Billy to the rescue.
the shaman guy is telling her that it's a mistake to do that, and she kind of like loses it, and then that's when all the spinning happens. And
they're
she
just
puts that guy up on the ceiling, where he's just like,
That's right. She lifted him up, and oh man, that has to be one of the funnier things that I've seen that actor do. That I think of it, watching that, I was just like, man, you're gonna go on to do some cool movies, but this is not one of them.
It was entertaining. Not the best movie, that's for sure.
Well, yeah,
entertaining.
it
For its
was fucking ridiculous, mostly. Yeah, so that is a form of entertainment.
time. Mind you, this is mostly stems from those ridiculous fight scenes where no contact swords are very lethal.
We're just dancing around each other. Yeah. There was that that one scene later in the movie where the guy, the good ninja catches the sword from the bad ninja, and he's trying to stop it from getting, stabbing him in the face. And he just sort of like deflects it. He just sort of moves his head to the side, and then like it stabs to where his face should be, and he like looks back and you missed me, bitch. Really? Okay, that's
like, that good quote unquote
action.
He had some funny moves.
Sneaky
too.
ninja dodge.
Going to the whole sword fighting when he chases him into the house, and like the guy's slashing, or Lucinda Dickey's character is like stabbing the window and trying to get the guy.
Ducks
and dodges.
She hides in that derelict
and then
house.
Just punches the open space and hits nothing. It's just like, what are you doing?
Ninja fist. This is how ninjas enter abandoned houses. We don't use doors or any of this. Fuck you. We need to break some boards.
Well, I mentioned the fact that like he's always tense every time. He does the turn. It's really tight.
He's got that.
Or when that sword came out and he touched it, he was like,
he's really going for the Bruce Lee flex or whatever. Yeah, all the time.
But it was very tight. It was very, very tense.
True.
It was. Yes, that's somewhat. Sort of, mostly.
Well, to move on after
also,
that,
unlimited ninja stars. Oh my god, I can't.
Unlimited,
I haven't
of
mentioned
every
this
kind.
Yet. I'm surprised.
This is the equivalent of like a gun
in
in a movie that keeps on firing and never reloads.
Oh, I got the perfect movie for that. Actually, great example. Legion, the movie Legion. Remember that one?
No.
When they're on top of the diner and they're just shooting away at those like I guess evil angels that are coming at them, and they're just like shooting forever in a day. This is the equivalent of that. There was like so many ninja stars that they had tucked in and around their.
I saw Legion.
Can you imagine if they really had that, as many as they had during this movie? As they're running around, you just hear like...
Yeah, that's right, like the bunch of clinking and stuff like
on.
that. But yeah, man, and also so many different shapes of ninja stars. I didn't know. There's like some with 6 heads or like tips.
And the fact that,
tips,
they're just grabbing them out of the side. There's
spikes.
they don't seem like they're in like a little pocket.
It just look like
no, they're just like pulling them out of
random, a box of nails or something.
Like entries in their
if you remember, like when they're gearing up in the cave, they literally just grab handfuls and fucking just tuck them into
they jam them into their robe,
their little robe there.
Do they have secret pockets in there?
Right, exactly.
So,
they're ninjas. They have secret everything.
They have unlimited pocket space. Exactly.
They have secret pockets in their secret pockets.
Yeah. That's where later on, the good ninja pulls out the chain whip anal beads or whatever out of nowhere.
That's right. He put on a full chain out of nowhere.
I will block your sword now.
I don't know if there were beads though.
What the fuck is you?
Yeah, it was a chain.
He had to have pulled them out of his ass.
There weren't any beads there.
I couldn't tell. I was just like, what is going on? Oh man.
Well, yeah, right. Whenever they came out, Roland was like, oh my, it's just gonna get interesting.
Finally.
Where'd those come from? They didn't show that process.
Real kink.
This is why I've been waiting for. This is what it's all
I take
about.
a bite of my pizza slice.
Okay, so after this scene, we see Lucinda Dickey, who's like kind of trying to, what's the word I'm looking for?
What is she? What is she trying to do?
Taking care of her wounds, her bruises,
tending to her.
Tending to her wounds or whatever.
Wounds,
but I made a comment earlier, but I don't think I'll repeat it. About the bruises and stuff.
Oh right, yeah.
We'll just let that one pass.
She the bruises they looked suspiciously very.
He's not gonna let him pass.
Very almost pretty. I mean, yeah, like what? That's not a real black eye. It looks. I don't know. It looks attractive. What? Confusing.
Oh god.
She's doing the Lucinda Dickey version of a battered wife, and it doesn't quite. It's not very convincing, obviously.
Well, I mean, after this is when she almost attempts to kill the boyfriend.
So it's Billy's turn.
Yeah,
because he was a part of this, and she just remembers at the time as he's.
Was this before the cemetery scene? Just out of curiosity.
No, I think this was. This was before.
Because that's when she goes full.
No. This is after.
Full retard. I mean, full ninja.
This was after because she gets all those bruises from going to the massacre that she does and kills those last 2 cops.
Right.
And then Billy's the last one. She's gonna try and kill him. But mind you, with that scene in the funeral, or that funeral scene in the cemetery, she goes and like uses these giant bow and arrows to like
ridiculously
outrageously big.
long.
They're so big.
Arrows.
Can't tell where the hell she carried him. Was it?
No. She had a quiver, but
she did. Okay,
protruding so
fucking
bad.
huge.
Yeah, it was like fucking 4-foot arrows, some garbage. They were almost taller than she was.
They were almost as tall as she was. Yeah, it looked like it at least. I don't know. It might have been just the angle of the shot.
How many did she fire before the cops tried to come after her? She was there in that tree for the longest time.
But, did she
zipping
kill
people.
other cops?
Yeah, she killed
that
four.
dude
I
gets
think she
shot in the
literally
chest.
killed four.
He falls on top of the. She shoots an arrow through one of the.
She shoots one of them through the heart,
right
and
through
he
the
falls
chest.
on top of the dead guy.
He falls on top of the
everybody
coffin.
freaks out, and then she shoots, misses, gets another random cop. I guess he's just
and
a
instead
bystander,
of chasing
and then
after
shoots
her
another
or trying to
random
shoot
cop,
after them,
and then shoots the cop that she was going after, the other bad cop. What's weird is none of these cops are bad. Just making that clear.
right?
They just did their job like they're supposed to.
You know, and then.
You know,
at this point,
movie should be shown in these times.
Yes, it's so relevant. Oh my god.
So Evil Ninja does the Evil Ninja things, except when it got to the boyfriend. The
cops were basically there to just like break her fall and to like cushion the blow
Christy, stop,
of
and
her
then she was like,
from hurting herself.
breaks out of it, I guess, the hypnosis that she's under.
Oh,
and
right.
She runs away and tries to
she
go to the
possession.
temple.
She runs away, goes to the temple because he had mentioned that he wanted to take her to the temple.
Yeah.
Because the good ninja mentioned it, right?
Yeah.
Right,
Okay, yeah.
Because the good ninja found
he finds Billy, like they arrest him after.
the good ninja found the dead body of the other ninja in the morgue, took his body to the temple, tells Billy whenever he gets kind of arrested.
Because he gets arrested after he meets Lucinda Dickey for the first time. Like she runs away after he like pimp slaps her and then takes off her mask and realizes, oh my god, I hit a woman, and then like lets her go.
Yeah.
And then the cops arrest him and he's like, Billy, you need to know something. And I've
been waiting for
He said it exactly like that. It was really uncanny.
Man, I you know, if you practice, someday you too could have.
I like when he tells him. He was like, "Well, what about the handcuffs?" He's like, "Don't worry."
Oh god,
He still had to get the keto lock up.
It's like that pedo tone. Just
Don't worry.
it was horrible.
Don't worry.
Don't worry.
He didn't ninja out of those. He just unlocked her.
Yeah, well, he like
Ninja power.
He put all the other ones to sleep and then just like took the key.
Handcuffs are no shit. To ninja.
So many cop fatalities in this movie.
Again, I think that they were just like almost like warm body stunt doubles to break Lucinda Dickey's fall whenever she was in threat of hurting herself. Where like when she jumps down from the 20 feet up on that on the tree when she's after she's sniping everybody with her ridiculous spear arrows.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Those two cops drive
Spider-Man
their motorcycles under her tree. Instead of stopping to like shoot her or do anything, she just jumps down onto them and they break her fall. You know, while she breaks their necks. It's just well,
I think
there
they were
we go.
driving
Just
by on
push
the
it
bikes,
along.
and then she like swings off of the tree.
So they hadn't seen her. Like they just.
Oh wait, no. Did they see her beforehand?
Maybe they were just trying to escape.
They
still
probably did. I mean, if they didn't, they're really.
It didn't really. Yeah, exactly. It didn't really.
The training
really
hasn't
show
taken with
that
these two.
that they noticed where these big ass arrows were coming from out of the middle of nowhere in broad goddamn daylight.
Yeah, it was broad daylight.
There was no hiding any of this shit, but
she couldn't wait to kill them, like when it was nighttime or something. Like,
Yeah,
man, you gotta make a
control.
spectacle of it. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I had to do it in front of all the freaking cops in broad daylight.
Well, no one said ninjas make the greatest
because
decisions.
it's not like they could have stopped her anyways.
They very clearly make the poorest decisions.
As the lore in the movie goes, only a ninja can kill another ninja.
Yeah, I guess she just didn't care.
Yeah.
But I mean, the ninja died either way, so technically the ninja died. I don't know if that
His body died, but his spirit was immortal.
Wait, was that the case?
Yeah. When she goes into the temple later and she queefs out the ninja spirit back and into its body, it comes like right out of her crotch. I don't care. That was just some silly looking shit. Just a lot of blue smoke and flames. Gross, babe. What is going on? That's hey. I can't help it if
like a ghost came out of a body. I don't know about that.
I don't know if it was a ghost. It was very smoky and just she was sweating.
Well, by this point, she doesn't have to like fight anymore.
That ninja
like,
swamp crutch.
The ninja's like gone out of her body.
Right,
into
he
the
goes
old
back
one.
into his healed body, or
safe.
like
She's
half
good.
of his body.
Yeah. But then we see that the eyeliner's back on and we're ready to go.
Yeah, full on.
Final battle with the ninjas. What did y'all
Full
think
power.
about that? The final battle.
Oh, on the mountaintop.
You mean when
where they
but I just want to
and-
mention the end part. The battle itself was
fucking forgettable.
Dorky as hell, but like that ending when he.
Well, I don't know if you all saw, like, remember, is that, like, they kind of possessed all those, like, monks that were there?
Right, yeah.
And they all kind of attacked.
Yeah,
the
that's right,
evil ninja throws like a fireball and like screams at him or some shit, and they're just like, "I my ears," and then we're evil. Like, what?
Yeah.
What was the
Mind control?
So
But
confusing.
the actual
Throwing
final
energy.
battle, like, on the mountaintop,
Yeah.
when Lucinda Dickey and Billy go and find him up there still doing their thing. I honestly, the fight itself isn't that great, but I like the scenery.
Oh,
Like where they're
It was a
fighting is
pretty
pretty
picture.
cool. It's fine. It's pretty cool where they're fighting.
it's like out in the sticks in like Southern California or something.
Yeah, I mean that wasn't a fake set. That was like I think they were like really
That
filming
part
on
was
location.
yeah.
That looked pretty cool.
The rest of it was garbage.
But
Like
what happened at
temple
the
and
end there
all that
when the
shit.
friggin' evil ninja buries himself
Oh, so that was
He's drills
ninjutsu, I believe, is
into the
the
ground.
technical term.
He tie-bowed himself into the ground.
Nobody stopped him while he was doing that. He just kind of went
Well, yeah,
Right,
spun,
yeah.
spun,
he's spinning and then like
Everybody's just
they're literally
watching.
just watching, like going,
What the fuck?
what?
Yes.
Oh, wow, what's
Where's
going
this
on?
guy
We
going?
can't stop
What's he
him.
doing?
Oh no. He's going to cause an earthquake or some shit. All the
Yeah,
rocks
so that's
start
exactly
shaking
what he does.
and then
He causes an
he
earthquake.
cracks apart the ground and yeah.
The good ninja's there on the like the side of the cliff.
Yeah,
and-
he's hanging off the side, and the bad ninja appears out of nowhere to grab him by the leg, and he just looks down and stabs him right through the top of his fucking skull, all the way to the hill. Just buries that
Straight
shit
up,
right
man.
into like, okay, that's believable.
That ninja's skull just got split.
yeah.
He got spiked.
But then I mean, we all know a ninja can only destroy ninjas.
Right,
So that's
so-
that's the only way it could have ended.
Exactly. Earlier in the fight, when the good ninja and the bad one are fighting, Lucinda Dickey runs in there, tries to give him her her 2 cents, and stabs him right through the gut. And he's just like looks at her, bitch, please, kind of moment, sort of thing. You ain't a ninja. You're ninja, bitch. And so nothing. Like, yeah.
I'm kind of enjoying Ninja's Roland's like version of Ninja Talk. You not ninja, bitch. you don't stab. Get out of my way, bitch.
That's right. To the back. Get behind me.
I was gonna say, so this was the third movie in the Lucinda Dickey trilogy, and I gotta say,
That is correct. Yes.
compared to the other two, I think the effects on this one might have been the worst.
Well, mind you,
ones.
this is like the first go at one of some of these movies.
It was
so, I
like
mean, this was like their attempt to go even further in the effects than they had in their previous
They
movies.
really did not do a good job there.
Well, it's the 80s. I mean,
Well, I'm trying to think of
then,
what I would consider
There's
the
still
effects
better
throughout this whole
examples
movie.
of that
So
out there.
I
well,
did
they made
really
better
dig
effects
the
in
fucking
like Back to the
soundtrack.
Future with just the next year. Yes, the soundtrack's
The
pretty
score
good,
for
yeah.
this is the tits. It was fucking cool as shit. I mean, it was.
The score is pretty cool, yeah.
And also the cover art for the actual movie and the I guess the title screen
Well,
on there.
I feel
It
like
looks
this
like a
might be
badass
a
poster,
Blu-ray
you know?
specific
Well,
cover, right?
The reason we're doing this, we're doing these this trilogy is because
Oh,
Ray
the main
loves it.
actress.
I really
Lucinda
like these
Dickey.
movies. For instance, when I was a kid, all three of these movies were on a recorded VHS. I think it was like a Polaroid VHS tape.
Yeah.
And there literally was Breaking 2, and then Ninja III-Domination. Why they were all together, I really don't know. I mean, there was no.
Bundled in.
Yeah, there wasn't something.
they weren't
I don't
related
think
at all.
anyone. I don't think because I think my dad was the one that would record these for my family.
The Lucinda Dickey collection.
Yeah, I mean, they just happened to come out because they all came out the same year, so they were all like on HBO or Cinemax together. So you just record them all at one time. The original cover came out in 2016, like the DVD version, and then Shout Factory reissued it just this year with this cover, the collector's edition, with the new cover art, which is pretty cool. Which is the reason why I got it, because I've never owned the DVD version of this movie up until now. I've had a recorded VHS copy. I've always looked for the actual original VHS copy at any video store that was going out of business, but I could never find it. And also a reason why I recently bought Breaking 1 and Breaking 2 on Blu-ray as well. I owned Breaking 1 on DVD. But Breaking 2 came out on its own at some point, which we mentioned in the previous episode why I didn't purchase it.
Actually, crazy fact here. Breaking 2 Electric Boogaloo is not available for online streaming anywhere.
No, it's not.
Oh, really?
So
It's not on Amazon to rent?
No.
or-
Nothing.
Oh,
There's
wow.
nowhere.
You have to buy it on
Blu-ray.
Blu-ray.
Only physical.
Physical
Yeah.
media is still alive, people. Let's not forget that.
Well, especially with
Mhm.
like cult movies like these, like I don't. There's not too many times you'll find them on Netflix or Prime or Vudu or stuff like that. You may be able to rent them, but even then, you might not be able to do that either. You have to buy the actual physical copy.
What about
the
like
Blu-ray.
Was it the Red Box or whatever rental? Maybe no.
No, not
No,
even,
these,
like, you actually have to
movies
purchase
are
them,
way
yeah.
too like
Yeah, it's I think
obscure
yeah,
for that.
it'd be a waste
Hell
of time to
no.
do that. So they do like limited
Yeah.
runs of these Blu-rays, just like this one here.
Yeah.
And you also get the special interview with Lucinda Dickey in it as well, which is also something I enjoyed very much. So if you ever want to watch Ninja III-Domination, you can order it.
I'd recommend it.
Oh, it's
Actually,
it's
I'd
definitely worth a
recommend
few
any
beers.
of these three
yeah,
movies.
like you
They're
could just sit there. and
Pretty
tackle this
entertaining for
ridiculous
the
number.
for 80s
Mm.
movies compared to now. We have a bunch of different things now.
It will
but
take you back to the 80s.
It was fun to see. Also, the vehicles were pretty old school here too.
all the
Oh, yeah, what did you see, Roland? The El
money
Camino with the
fields.
fucking.
Oh my god, yeah. So there was an El Camino with a fucking camper on it. Like I have never seen that shit before, and those things are just everywhere in Texas. It's fucking gross, generally. And in so many goddamn movies to begin with. This was the first time, and this isn't. I mean, I've seen it before, and I didn't notice it. This was the first time I had noticed that. Yeah, they put a fucking camper on the back. It just looked so weird. Like some kind of. I know. What was it? Who the fuck described El Camino as like a vehicular hermaphrodite? I think that was on Archer or some shit like that. I want to say.
I have no idea.
It's a bit of a shit show with that noise. The other bit
What
that was
show
fun when
do you watch? What's going on?
I think it was an episode of Archer where they were making fun of the El Camino because Archer himself was like, "Yeah, this is great," and they just start talking tons of shit about it. But the props for this movie were just. I mean, did we go through that? There was just.
Oh no, we
so
didn't. We should
much
talk about the props
trash.
before we end this.
Again,
episode.
like it's like they fucking went.
So many ninja stars.
They went through
yeah, we talked about
every
that, yeah.
Dollar
Yeah, I had to bring it
General,
up again. There's so
every
many.
Dollar Tree, and like for good measure, they bought a ninja kit from Toys R Us or some shit, and
I want to buy one.
That
I mean-
ninja sword was also very tiny, or unless I'm thinking of a katana,
Yeah,
and that's entirely a
was
different
one of those
thing.
smaller ones, like the
Yeah.
Wakizashi or
Is the
I forget.
katana different than whatever they were using?
Yeah, they have different
Samurai
sizes. There's
sword,
the
katana, I don't know
generalized
the
ninja
differences.
sword that I understand is the Ninja 2.
Is that a real thing?
Yes. It's basically a katana. I think it's just a little shorter than the samurai.
He also had a
blade.
pipe too, that
Yeah,
shot
that's true.
deadly needles.
Oh, right, the blow dart.
Yeah, the blow dart.
darts. That
There you go. He had that too. He had that chain with the spiky claws at the very
Yeah,
tip
oh,
that
that's-
he used to
that's-
swing on trees and
I forgot
drag
what that's
enemies
called.
in general. So
And he had all
these
these things
ninjas were
in-
pretty decked out with gear
They were all
Oh,
these
yeah.
things were in
I mean, like
their
they were-
little.
in his
Ori-
little outfit
jacket
there.
there.
Originally,
Yeah.
the ninjas they had all
And
this
there are
stuff
no
because
pockets
they
that we-
were
as we can
super.
see.
What's the word? They were very fucking ingenuitive. They would just improvise all kinds of goddamn weapons out of farming tools, that kind of thing. And so that's where a lot of this weird shit comes from, like the ninja sickles and the. I just said that in my head. I think I just described like a flavor of ice cream or something. But yeah, it was a fucking a sickle.
Can I
that
have
was
a
used.
ninja sickle, 2 soups, please?
Mm-mm. There we go. Extra ninja.
We have some ninja star sprinkles.
Yeah. Hey. That sounds marketable. You stop that. That's useful.
Okay, so we're gonna like wrap this up, and we're gonna talk about the ratings. Gerry, what rating would you give Ninja III-Domination
From 1 to 10?
from 1 to 10?
Oh,
Probably a solid 7.
Solid 7,
that's-
okay.
That's kind of actually that's about what I was thinking.
If anything, a 6 at my worst, but I want to give it a 7.
7?
no,
Okay.
because
be too mean.
it's actually it's entertaining. It's amusing. It's not a good movie. It's not one of those like, okay, I'm gonna sit down and experience this like
I wasn't
watching
ex-
Schindler's List or some fucking
I
Titanic.
wasn't expecting
or whatever the
80s carpet, but yeah.
fuck. Oh, yeah. So
Roland, what do you give this movie?
I probably would give it a 6. Actually, that I think about it, like I would go for Lucky 7 kind of thing, but that seems a little more than it really needs. Like my favorite parts of the movie, it's the music, the soundtrack is really what I was into. The rest of it is just like it's chuckle material or
Breaking
whatever.
and Breaking 2 were a good solid
For the
2-8
heckle
material,
factor.
just because of its
I'll give
it's
it
a upbeatness.
Yeah,
and all
yeah,
that
for
stuff.
sure. Yeah.
Are we?
This was 7. Like I could the best.
This is
I
a
can do
somber 7.
It's a somber 7.
a reluctant 7.
I don't know. I don't know the
very
whole idea of
conservative 7.
possession and ninjas and just cops dying all over the place. It was a wild
It
ride.
is. It does give a very weird fucking picture. Or paint a very vivid murdering spree of all the cops. Oh yeah.
Well,
Also, I can't get over the fact that the good ninja has an eye patch made out of
The hilt of a sword. The cross
yeah.
guard.
It's pretty badass. Let's be real.
It's.
What were you gonna say though?
No, I was gonna give you my rating.
Teach
but,
their own, I guess.
My rating is a solid 7. I'm gonna give this movie a solid 7. Yeah.
776. Roland, you broke the lucky streak.
Good.
We are.
767.
I'm
There you
gonna
go.
just tell you the ratings that are on IMDb.
Oh, yeah,
IMDb
so-
has a 5.1 out of 10. With we have 90% of
So I'm
Google.
super
90%
generous right now.
90% of Google users like this movie.
90%.
90%.
Wow.
Like people who are on Google like this movie.
Okay.
I can
On
believe
Rotten
that.
Tomatoes, it has a 44%. Obviously, rotten.
Okay.
Obviously,
Yeah. Much better than I thought it was gonna
obviously.
be.
That's,
And-
that's where you get the snobs.
the audience score is a 53%.
supposed to
be Alright.
something interesting. Really? Fuck off.
Is that their voice right there?
Yeah, why not?
That's another voice.
Just,
Oh, so that's how those reviewers sound like.
Yeah, exactly. Those stuck-up pricks.
Okay.
Bunch
I
of
just want to say
elitists.
thanks, Ray, for inviting me to be
Right,
part of
this
this
was fun.
here trilogy.
I-
Had a good time watching these 80s flicks and looking forward to other ones.
Yeah, no, we should have a segment with
Show-
just ninja movies.
Show me all these old
All
bad
this
movies
old garbage, yeah,
that
right.
I could have lived my life
Just
without.
wait, Jerry. We got to watch Bubba Hotep.
What is
So
that?
that's a good movie. It's Bruce Campbell.
It's Bruce
Okay.
Campbell playing Elvis.
Nice.
Yeah, and he's in a nursing home.
Yeah.
Oh, he's in a nursing home.
Yeah.
It is
Cool.
fucking weird. It's
Okay.
great, though.
All
right, we're done.
right, we're gonna wrap
Good,
this up.
yeah.
This was CineKuest video
Yeah.
episode 3, Lucinda Dickey Trilogy Part 3,
Gotta love that
Ninja
Dickey.
III-Domination. I'm Ray.
Sound
Jerry.
off. Roland, peace, bitches.
All right. Well, see you next time.
You guys are not bitches.
You'll always be bitches to me. Near and dear to my not bitch heart.